Hi everyone. So I've had a lot of people ask me how I made this, and it's a ring wallet insert that I put my cards in. And then, I'm sorry about my nails, guys, I just ripped off my acrylics. And so I use this as a wallet in my ring planner. So first you need two pieces cut to 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. And then you need 4 pieces cut to 1.5 inches by 4.5. You want them a little bit shorter. So you're going to take your first 2 pieces and put them whatever you want on the inside together and line it up. Then you are going to take your other one. I use just regular tape. And then I just rip it down so it's not so long. And then you're going to take another piece of paper, one of your 4 pieces, and tape that down so it doesn't move, and so that when you slide the card in it, it's not gonna go all the way down in. And then take another one and put it here. Make sure to leave room for where you're gonna hole punch for the ring holes. And then you don't need to tape that one. And then you'll set that down on your piece of laminate. Make sure to be careful that you don't move anything because you don't want it to unalign. And then set down this one. Oh, sorry, I went out of frame there. And do the other side. And then set this on top. Again, making sure you leave room for the rings. So, just to show y'all again. Okay. So, then you're going to put it on the laminate and make sure that you don't have any, like, I have cats and a dog, so I always have to make sure I don't have any pet hair in it when I do this, because I always end up... Now, this is only half a sheet of laminate, but you can get away with using even less than that if you want. And then you're just going to send it through the laminator. I'm going to feed this through one more time. Sorry for the delay. So again, the sizes are 4 3/4 by 3.5 by 3 1/4. And then you want 2 of those and 4 strips of the 1.5 thick by 4.5. And the reason you want a little bit smaller is so that the laminate holds the 2 smaller pieces that your cards slide into down. So my laminator just kind of ate this, but that's okay because I'm just going to cut the edge off that it ate anyways. So I sent mine through twice just to make sure. And mine's just a cheap $20 like Scotch laminator. And then this is what I use to cut, but I mean, anything will work, even just a pair of scissors. So you're going to trim off all the extra laminate. I leave a little bit of extra space just to make sure that like it stays sealed. So you're going to trim it down. So I don't know if you guys can see, there's still laminate extra along the edges. Then you're going to take the top and you're actually going to cut a sliver of the paper off. So see how when I trimmed it, I took a little bit of that paper off? That is what's going to create the inside pocket. So if you don't take that off, it's not going to open and you won't have an inside pocket, which if that's what you want, then that will work out for you. But I wanted that inside pocket because that's where I'm going to keep my cash. So after you do that, you're going to get your slice tool or your X-Acto knife. I find this one works better. I find it's a little bit sharper and it runs a little bit smoother than the X-Acto knife does. And you're just going to cut right along the top edge of those 1.5 by 4.5 sheets. And don't push down hard. You just want to get through the laminate. You don't want to go through the paper. And I didn't take it straight to the edge of that piece of paper. I kind of went in a little bit. So I didn't slice all the way to the edge. I just took it right to here. The reason I do that is it just makes it a little bit more secure when it comes to sliding my cards in and out. It just kind of gave it a little bit of extra strength to the edging so it, nothing will come apart. So then once they are all cut apart, then I am going to hole punch. And make sure you have a good hole punch for this because it's going to be going through the laminate and 2 pieces of paper. So you're going to need a nice sturdy hole punch. Mine is just one from Amazon that allows me to change the settings so that like I can make it fit in A6 or A5. So I just have to make sure that it's slid into the correct size. But I just got that one off Amazon. And then once you've done all that, then that gives you your card holder. So you can put it in and it's all there. And then you've got your money and then you just throw it in your rings. So that's just how I made my card slot.